Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Serene Wilken. In today's workout, we're doing a mat Pilates based workout. The only prop that you're gonna need is a TheraBand right here. And we'll be focusing a lot on core elements, traditional mat Pilates, as well as some mobility for upper extremity and hip. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. First position, let's go ahead and make our way into a 4-point. So stacking our limbs, our hands, our shoulders, our knees, and our hips. From that position, let's go ahead and wave our body through this cat. Breathing out, breathing in to extend. Go again, exhale, pushing through the limbs. Trying to create the space from your body and the mat. And number 3. And all the way through. The only thing that changes, our hands are going to migrate to face the left side. They're still right underneath the shoulders. As I round, I'm going to go ahead and cat the back. I'm stretching out through my right side. I inhale, open up. Exhale, 2. Inhale to open. We'll do one more. And open. Make your way across to the other side, stacking your wrists, stacking your shoulders. Same thing here. Round and scoop. Inhale to extend. Exhale 2. Notice the rib cage on your left side. Opening up as well as your obliques. And 3. And extending. Excellent. Migrate back to your center right here. The only thing that changes is I'm going to bring my right foot right next to my right hand. Okay, so from this position, it's a low lunge variation. The only thing that really changes is your arm reaches up to the ceiling right here. So opening up, rotating through your trunk, lowering back and down. Focus on the rib cage, focus on the reach of the arm. Here's 2, there's your inhale, and back. And number 3. Lower the arm down. The arm is on the inside of that foot. My back toes of my left leg extend behind me right here. So I'm in a low lunge. Transfer the energy into this right foot. Hold for 5, for 4, for 3, 2. Lower the knee. Transfer your right knee back. And now you're back to that original 4-point. Bring your left foot next to your left hand. Reaching the left arm up as you reach and inhale. And lower down. Again, inhale. And lower. Let's do one more right here. Reaching. And lower back down. Leave the hand on the inside of that left foot. Tuck the toes of the right. Extend through that right leg. Transfer the energy into your left foot. Hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower the knee. Bring your left leg back and then bring your big toes together and your knees a little bit wider. Push your hips back right here. Lengthen through your arms. Take a nice big stretch forward and really just letting everything reach away from your hip and your rib area. Taking a full breath in through your nose and a full exhale. Very nice. Excellent. From that same 4-point position, what I'm going to do is draw my right foot forward. I'm going to grab my band that I have ready to go, and I'm taking my arms from a shoulder width position with my grip above my head. So right here, I'm just thinking of the stacking of my hips, my ribs, my shoulders. I want to pull my shoulders down, create some tension on this band. Now keeping that hip distance that I have with my stability here, I'm taking my body into rotation towards my right side. Upper body rotation, and then back to center. Go again. Exhale, spinning around, and inhale, keeping the stability of your hips. Here's 3, and back. Lower your arms down. We're going to transfer sides. Take your leg back. Let's bring our other foot forward. It's the same thing. It's a half kneeling. I'm now tucking again with my right side, arms up right here, right next to the ear. Pull the band apart, create some tension, and then again, it's that hip distance, stays the same, and we rotate towards the left. We exhale, we inhale. Go again. And back. and number 3. So that's a lot of the rib cage moving, which is fantastic. Lower back and down. Excellent. From that position, we're going to take our band forward and bring our feet forward. So now I'm going to use my band as more of an anchoring tool across the bottoms of each foot. Make sure it's flat. You want to make sure it's secure, and you're going to take an even grip right about the shin level. If your band is very light, you might have to go a little lower. If your band's heavier, go a little higher. But placing your feet here on the mat, I've got my knees bent slightly. As you can see, my heels are into the mat right here. Arms by my side. I'm going to round my body into a mini C curve like that, and then roll all the way back up to a stacked spine. So notice that your lower back gets a bit of a stretch right here, and we roll to the top. And 3, starting to warm up the lower body through those abs and the low back. 4, notice my legs are not stick straight, they're a little bit bent. And 5. Beautiful job. Take a moment right here. This time we're going to lengthen those legs completely on the mat. I'm wiggling my tail forward for a little more space, and I've got my grip right about my knee level. Lengthen through here. Now start to round and roll all the way down to your mat surface. Make it slow, make it juicy, all the way down. Lengthen through the arms, head is down. As you breathe out, take a peek at your toes, roll all the way up. Ooh, lengthen at the top, lifting tall. Again, rolling back. So we're slowly warming up that spine today for today's class. There's elements of shoulder mobility, hip mobility, and of course, lots of core lifting up. And here we go, 3. And roll. Last few right here. Breathing as that band pulls your spine. It's going to take a nice big stretch at the top right here. Last one. All the way. And rolling through that body. Beautiful. Excellent. Now the only thing that changes is when we come back and down, we're going to take one foot into the band. So let's go ahead and roll our body back. It's a little easier to do that. Then bend the knees and bring the legs up towards the sky. I'm taking my left leg out. I'm keeping it bent. My anchoring system, I'm going to take my grip right around my knee level with that band. Now bring my elbows by the side. So from this position, I'm now going to focus on doing these circles with my right leg. So I'm going to take it out to the side, feel that inner thigh stretch, then push down through the band, lift it up. So it's like you're drawing a letter D. And up, and out, and up. Notice my left leg is planted. It's not wobbling around, focusing on the hip here. And then we're coming back up. Let's do a 5 the other way. It's a push down. It's a nice big hamstring stretch, inner thigh. And 2. And 3. And 4. And last is 5. Return that up. Now step into the band with the opposite foot. Anchor with your right side. Push your right foot into the ground. With this left leg, it's out to the side. Find your stretch that's comfortable. Down and lift 1. Out, down and lift 2. So we're doing a little bit more of this hip rotation first today. And then we'll get into a little more core work. Let's go the other way. Pushing down and out and up. Feels so good. 2, just to get more blood flow through those hips. 3 and 4. Last one right here is number 5. Awesome, good. Now what we're going to do is place both feet into the band. I'm going to choke up with my grip. So now I'm right above my knees at my shin level. I'm going to push my legs into the sky so long as I can go. Leave my arms long. Use the band as a bit of assistance. Lift your head and lift your chest right here. So lifting up, notice your arms want to keep reaching up towards your toes, which is fantastic. Go ahead and bend your knees. Push into the band forward. Bend your knees. push into the band and keep the flexion of your body. 3, keep the arms long. 4, let's do one more. And 5, draw the legs back up to 90. Lower down with your head and your chest. We're going to go again, just a moment. Lift your head and your chest up. Push slightly into the band. Lengthen the arms. Let's go ahead and bend and push. 1. Bend. Start to feel those abs turn on. 2. And 3. Almost there. 4. Last one is 5. Bring the legs back to 90. Lower down through your trunk. Bend your knees. And we're taking the band to the side for now. Okay, pull the knees into our chest. Very nice. With your body right here, we're going to take our leg position a little different. It's an active figure 4, so now we're talking about hip mobility. We're going to push the right knee away as my right ankle stays on my left knee. Now, if that's enough for you, stay here. If you'd like to do more, pull your left thigh in towards your chest, but I'm still pushing the outside of my knee away from me. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carefully release, exchange sides. Taking this ankle over, if it works for you, thread under and pull the thigh. If not, leave the foot on the ground. And push that knee away for 5, 4, 3, 2, and gently 1. Releasing back and down. Very nice. From that position, we're going to take both legs up to what's called tabletop. Squeeze the knees at 90 degrees. And just go ahead and bring your hands back behind the thighs. So use your hands as support this time. Lift the head, lift the chest, curling up and looking forward towards those knees. We're going to reach the arms long by the side for 5. Keep this squeeze for 4, for 3, and 2. Hold behind. Go again, reach the arms for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold again. One more time, reach the arms for 5. You got this. 4, 3, 2, and pull the knees in towards your chest. Give them a nice little massage side to side. Very nice, feels pretty good. Excellent. Come back to that same figure 4 stretch. Knee and ankle. You can keep it here if it works for you. Push the knee away or thread under. Hold that for 5. Push for 4. For 3. For 2. Release that. Try the other side. Pushing that knee apart. And we got 5, 4, 3, 2, and carefully release. Very nice. Okay. From there, tabletop again. Hug behind those legs. Lift your head, lift your chest. Reach your arms by your side for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hug behind, lift a little higher. And reach again for 5, 4. You got this. 3, 2. And one more time, I promise. Hold right here. Reaching long for 5, 4, 3, 2, and finally pulling your knees in towards your chest. Wonderful job. Excellent. Now what we're going to do here is bringing our legs just from a hip distance position and arms by the side, little windshield wiper. Let your knees fall, shoulders stay down, and then fall to the opposite side. So literally just windshield wipering the legs side to side for the lower back. For 3, just giving a little bit of release here before we continue with the core. For 2. And last 1. Excellent job. Good. From that position, we're going to create this hammock, which is an interlace of my hands behind my head. I've got my thumbs on my neck. My heel of my hand is right at the base of my hairline. From there, I'm going to create this little baby lift. So I'm just taking a peek here at my knees. Okay, now I'm going to draw one leg to tabletop, the other leg to tabletop. Good. Now as you dip your right, you're twisting towards your left and center. Exhale right and center. Exhale left and center. And right and center. And left and center. Keep going. Right and center. Breathing out. Think of that squeeze right at your rib cage. And the leg that is dipping down, you're thinking of keeping the pelvis anchored on the ground on that side, okay? So anchoring down versus moving too far over. You got this, we got 3. Breathing out. We got 2. Home stretch. And we got 1 more. Excellent job. Finish the last one. Pull the knees back into your chest. Great. Now from here, let's go ahead and keep that left knee pulled in. Extend your right leg. Flex your right foot. You have the option to take this left thigh across your body to feel more glute stretching. Really incorporates into a little more hip mobility. Stretching out the glutes. Gently come back, extending the left, pulling the right knee in. Knee comes across, stretching the right glute right here. Feels so good. Woo! Come back and in. Back into that same position. Hammock here behind our head. And we lift first and lifting the legs up. Good, let's go again. This time dipping the left, twist right, and exhale. Keep going. 2, breathing out. You should feel like a little pinch at your rib cage every time that you twist your body. 3, and over, and 4. You got this. Over, and 5, and over. Almost there. 6, and 7. Feels so good just to get those abs firing. 8, and last is 8. Come all the way in, bend your knees, give it a nice big squeeze. This time hugging that right knee in, extending our left, pulling the right leg across. Feel the glute stretching again. Gently back and in, exchanging sides, pulling the left leg in and pulling that leg across, stretching out your glute right here. Deep breath in and releasing all the way. Let's bring both limbs long, reach the arms to an overhead. Take a full body stretch, try to reach your toes and your fingertips and then hugging everything in. Give your knees a nice big squeeze right here. Excellent, wonderful. All right, you guys, from that position, what we're going to do now is a little bit more of our core work. Now, it's up to you how much of that lowering phase of your leg you'd like to create for the tension in your core. For me, I'm gonna go ahead and go both legs up at a tabletop position, so 90 degree right here. And I wanna maintain what's happening across my torso and not creating the space underneath. So to control that, I have to limit how much I bring my legs forward. So when I go inhale forward here, I'm just going to the point I can control my ribs from lifting off, and I exhale back up. Okay, here we go. Inhaling down to the point I can control everything and exhaling back and in. Again, inhaling forward, exhaling slowly in. So the legs act as lever that we just pull back with the abdominals and the deep hip flexors. We got this. Inhaling and slowly exhaling. And inhale, exhale back. Last 3, squeeze the knees together. It's a little bit of a trick to help you keep that for 2. We have 1 more right here. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Amazing. Pull the knees into your chest right here. Give them a nice deep squeeze. We're gonna pair that little leg lift with a bit of bridging. So we did some of the mobility, some rotation with the band. We did a little bit of stretching for the glutes. Now we're gonna turn on those glutes today. Arms by your side, hip distance with those feet. Let's lift the hips up, hold at the top of the bridge. Think of the glutes driving up towards the sky. Ribs are down, and then lower through your body. Let's continue with that. Lifting up 2. Pushing through the heels today, lower back, lifting up 3, nice, and down. Think about as you're rolling through the spine that you're not trying to push into anything that's uncomfortable. And as you roll down, it's one piece at a time, and finally the tail, and lifting through the center, rolling. Last 3. Soft and slow for 2. And your last one right here. Let's roll the spine up. Nice and strong through the glutes. Gently roll down. Let's go ahead and draw both legs back into that same tabletop. Arms by the side. It's the same type of leg lift we just did. So remember, neutral position with our body right here. Inhaling forward. Full exhale, nice and slow as you pull the knees back to that start position. Inhaling. Just to the point you can control it. Exhaling back. Here's 3. And pulling in. Exhaling 4. So I know it doesn't look very fancy, but this is a great exercise because it does teach you how to really brace with your abdominals using your breath. Last 2. Woo, feels so good. Let's do one more right here. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Excellent. Draw your feet down. Take a moment if needed. Back for the bridge, rolling through that spine, and then everything melts as one piece. Rolling down, exhaling 2, holding at the top, rolling nice and slow. Exhaling 3. Feeling the power from the glutes. It's really important right here. Exhaling 4. All the way back. And number 5, just like that wave that we talked about. One piece at a time. Last 3. And 2. Feels so good on that back, doesn't it? Each piece melting down. We got one more together. Knees are still parallel, feet are parallel. Rolling all the way back and down. Amazing. Great job. We're going to pull the knees into our chest right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and rock my body up to seated. Bringing my shape now into a forearm plank position. There's different variations, but for today's workout, we're going to go ahead and bring our forearm right here underneath. So I've got my shoulder and my elbow stacked. My knees are going to be bent. My feet are in line with my hip area. So from that position, all I'm going to do is just lift up and hold that first shape that I'm making here. So use your underside to pull your body away from the mat surface. Stacking your hips, your shoulders, lower back down. That's 1 repetition. Exhale 2, hold and squeeze. Lower back. You could always make a fist if it helps you with that arm on the ground. 3, and back down. Exhale 4, beautiful. And number 5. Good. We're going to pause right here, lower our body to the mat, bend our knees to 90 degrees. Notice I just propped my head up. And now this top leg is going to be doing a little bit of glute work. So I'm taking my leg out into space right here. And what I want to think about is stacking my leg right over my bottom foot. Okay, so right from there, I'm now going to lift and lower. And I'm thinking about squeezing the side glute every time I lift that leg. Body weight exercise. 4, but really squeezing right here. Here's 5 and 6. Good. And 7 and 8. We're going to sneak out 10 right here. 9. Last one is 10. Come back, stack your legs, feet come back, push your body up. Here we go again. Side plank. Organize your body, lift the hips, squeezing, lower down. Lift the hips, squeezing 2. Good. Think about that lift away from that mat surface. 2 more. Last one. Push and press. Everything's nice and strong. Lower back down. Prop your head up. Bring your legs to 90 degrees. Top leg again. Rest over your bottom foot. Lift and lower. We have 10. 9, we're really pushing into the air right here. 8, keeping the distance from the rib and the hip. And 6, Here's 5, lots of elements today for 4, using those glutes for 3 and 2, and then your last 1. Beautiful job. Good. From that position, transfer to the other side. Knees are going to be stacked, and I've got my elbow right underneath my shoulder. So here I go. I lift up and I squeeze, holding at that side, lower down. So traditional planking on the side is great, but this is just a modification, right? So we're just focusing mostly on oblique and shoulder versus making it a little bit longer shape. 4, keep going, you guys. Do 1 more. Here's 5, lower back down, prop your head. Legs are stacked 90 degrees, extending your bottom leg. Here we go. It's 1. It's a 2. Really squeezing here. 3. Keep going. 4. And 5. Exhale. 6. 7. Almost there. 8. And 9. And last is 10. Beautiful. Stack your knees again. Pull your feet back. Bring your elbow under your shoulder. Stack your elements. Lifting 1. Squeezing the underside. 2. Keep going, you guys. 3. Almost there. Lifting 4. Stacking everything. And number 5. Beautiful. Lower back down. 1 more time. Here we go. We've got the knees stacked. Top leg. And lift. And 2. We got this. Keep that reach. 3. And 4. Exhale. 5. 6. Good. Here. 7. And 8. Last 2. And your last 1. Beautiful job. Let's go ahead and lower back. Come up to seated. Excellent. Now for the upper body, we're going to be focusing on more shoulder mobility next and a little bit of work. So come to a seated position that makes sense for you. Collapse kneeling like this is fine. If you want to sit in more of a butterfly position, that's okay. I'm going to turn to the side to show you. With your body right here, I've got my arms at a bottom letter Y. So my tension on my band is actually pretty light. There's not a lot of tension. There's a little bit of give in here. My ribs and my hips, we stack as well as the shoulders. I'm going to take this band up. Now, when I take it up, I'm pulling it apart, especially right here. Pull the band apart. Go to what makes sense for you and your shoulder mobility. If you're bending your elbows right here, go ahead and stop and then come and clear the head forward like that, okay? So if you can, the goal for us is to pull the band apart without breaking at the elbows and keep going behind your body. In other words, you're stretching your shoulders, stretching your pec muscles, and you're clearing your head. I'll show you from the front. It's the same thing. It's a reach up. It's clearing the head behind and then gently coming back. So it's not a huge movement, but for some of you that are new to this and you are feeling a little bit of tightness in your shoulder, right here you can stop the movement and then clear your head coming forward, okay? Remember that band, you can pull it apart, change the grip, and how much of that tension that you are applying on that stretch. We have 3 more together. It's an inhale to rise, exhale to pull, inhale to rise. Notice the ribs come with you as you do it. And last 2 here. Feels so good in the shoulders. We love this exercise. So good for mobility. 1 more time. Reaching up, reaching back, reaching up, and gently forward. Okay, perfect. So from this position, what I'm going to do is still face you. Again, if you want to sit crisscross, that's completely okay. I'm going to take one arm to my knee. The other arm is right here. Where I take that straight wrist and hand is going to be behind me and up to a letter Y. So I want to take my arm from this position, reach back right there. So that's more of the rear shoulder and then back down. Okay, so I'm in front of my torso. I'll show you from the side. It's right here, and then it's up like that and then back, okay? So here we go, rep number 3. Rep number 4, feeling those shoulders. And number 5, good. Replace that hand on the knee, and here we go. If you're sitting crisscross, it's the same location, just on the shin, and reaching here. 1 and 2, really feeling that rear shoulder. 3 and 4. Last one right here is number 5. Very nice, excellent. From that position, we're going to be coming up to a half kneeling. I'm going to face you so it makes a little bit more sense. Now, earlier we did rotation with this same band. Here we're going to go into more of a side bend. I want to make sure my knee is just slightly wider than hip width just to add more stability. My arms are still in overhead, but now I'm at a letter Y versus my shoulder width. To get into a side bend, I'm going to just tuck my hips forward, gently dip down to this right side. Now notice my right hand, it's going to push more in towards the mat, which means my left arm gets a really big stretch across the rib cage. Hold what you have, very big stretch. Gently lift your right arm, come back up to upright. Let's go again. It's inhale, dip and push. Exhale, back and up. Continue. Over, dip and push. Lots of shoulder mobility here. Overhead mobility. Last one. There it is. Back and pause. To switch sides, gently draw your knee back, other leg forward. Same thing. Reaching up. Tuck your hips right here. Okay? Go into your side bend. Remember, you're pushing down on this side. One arm might be tighter than the other, so just be mindful of that. Come back and up. Go again. Over. Push. Back and up. Remember your inhale. Down and back. Last 2, you got this. Lots of stretching, I know. But it feels so good. And then your last one. Down, back, and up. Very nice. All right. Bring that band to the side right here. And then what we're going to do is create more of a modified plank position with both hands on the ground. Toes are tucked under. Hands again are stacked right here with our shoulders. What I want to do is create this rounded cat back. And then I'm just going to lift my knees up. So it does feel like a plank position. The only thing that changes right here, I'm going to take my right leg behind, tap the ground, and come back and lower my knees. Lift the knees, tap the left, come back and lower. Lift the knees, tap the right, back, good. Lift the knees, left, back, lower. Lift, tap, back and lower. Lift, tap, back and lower. Keep going. Lift, tap and back and lower. One more. Tap and back and lower down. Untuck those toes. Reach those arms forward. Take a nice big stretch of those arms right here. Feels so good. Excellent. Bring your body back into 4-point position. This time, extend your right leg long. Extend your left arm long. Lift the limbs, reaching everything super long and the rib cage. Hold it. And then tap the limbs and lift 1. Tap 2. Tap 3. And 4. Last one is 5. Draw the limbs back. Opposite does the same thing. Left leg long, right arm long. Let's go. Lifting 1 and 2. Think of the rib cage here. 3 and 4. Last one. 5. Beautiful. Take it back for that same rest position, reaching forward, breathing in through the nose. Full exhale. Awesome. Come back into that same hovering kind of cat position we did prior. Pull the abs up, lift the knees, tap the right, pull it under, lower the knees. Exhale, lift, tap the left, under and down. Keep that stability in your upper body right here. Extend, bend and lower. Lift, extend, bend and lower. Keep going. Up we go, pushing back and up, pushing back. Last two each. We got this. Breaking up those elements today. Full body class, lots of core, lots of stability. Reach back and down. Reach back and release that. Good. Untuck your toes. Again, back to the same rest position, reaching the arms, giving a little break off the wrists. Full inhale, full exhale. Back for that neutral spine and 4-point. Pull the ribs back. Left arm and right leg long through the limbs. Let's lift and tap. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Draw the limbs under. Same thing other side. Here we go. It's a lift and 2. Think of the length. 3. You got this. 4 and number 5. Beautiful. Draw your hips back. Take another rest position in through the nose and out through the mouth. All right, let's go ahead and use our band again in a seated position. So I want to anchor my band as I did prior, in the beginning of class today, around the feet. And what I'm going to do is just get as long as I can comfortably in the knees. Some of you are very tight in the hamstrings, and that's okay. If you can just bend a little bit, no big deal. What I want to focus on is, can I grip right around the knee level is fine. If I want more, towards my shin. Tall body to begin. Row the arms by your sides, squeezing your upper back, shoulders away from the ears. Lengthen again. Exhale, 2, and lengthen. 3, feeling that space here through the front of the torso without collapsing in the abs. We got this. Through the upper back. Last 3. Last 2. And then your last 1 right here. Beautiful. We're going to pause, taking just the right side. I'm just going to rotate towards my right, squeezing. Lengthen that arm. Rotate towards your left. Trunk rotation with a little bit of a row. Feel that mid-back. Here's 2. Arm comes right by the side of your rib cage. 2. Keep going. Exhaling 3. And 3. We got this. Tall body. Here's 4. And a 4. Almost there. Here's 5. And last is 5. Let's pause right here. Band can just rest in front of the mat. Scoot your tail forward. Round your body down. Roll it to the floor right here. Pull the knees in towards your chest. Hands come back behind our head. We've got a tabletop, this time into full crisscross. Lifting our head and chest. You're going to reach your right leg, twist towards your left knee. Reaching your left, twist towards your right side. And 2. And 2. And 3. Keep going. 3. Adding that rotation again, this time into abdominal exercise. 4. And 4. You got this. 5. And 5. 6. And 6. 7. And 7. Number 8. And 8. Pull the knees into your chest. Rock your bodies up. Place the band again, just under both feet, nice and flat. If you need to, again, soften the knees, no big deal. My grip is right by the knees. I'm going to row again, squeezing 1. Exhaling 2, really feeling that mid-upper back. 3. Keeping that proud spine. 4. Exhaling 5. 6. Squeezing 7. Exhaling 8. Last 2 we squeeze together. Tall body. And then lengthen. Take a moment. Here comes the right side. We're going to rotate, squeeze. And left side. Think again of that middle part of your back. Your rib cage gets to move with you. Your head moves with you and your collarbones. Feels so good. Moving around that body today. Last 2 each. One more each. Gently forward. Release the band in front. Scoot your bum if you need to. Roll down on the mat. Pull the knees into the chest. Tabletop with the legs. Here we go. We got our hands behind our head. Lifting up. It's the crisscross twist. And twist. Remember, you're exhaling to rotate right here. Inhale, center. Keeping your lift at your center. And over. And 3. You got this. 4. And 4. Breathing out. 5 and 5. 6 and 6. 7 and 7. 8, and here's number 8. Pull your knees into your chest. Give them a nice deep squeeze. Gently rock your body up. Very nice. The next portion, we're going to be face down on the mat. We will be using the band that's already placed here at the front. Make sure that it's not too tight where your grip is. If you want less, make sure you've got a little bit of slack and be mindful of your shoulders. Let's go ahead and lay our torso down. And what I want to focus on is lengthening the band first at the top of the mat. Make a letter Y with my hand position here and then grabbing onto the band. Tuck the hips, squeeze the tail. What I want to focus on is lengthening through the back of the neck, lengthening through the arms and the legs, and I lift the arms and I can pull the band apart. Now where you pull it apart depends on your shoulder mobility. Can you pull and come behind your body? Or do you need to stop at that right behind the head and then lower back and down? Okay, take a second, lower the trunk, lift up, squeeze your tail, lift up through the band, reach the arms behind you, lifting back to clear the head and lower down. Reach, up and down. Lift, reach, back and down. Lift, reach, lots of shoulders, lots of mobility, lots of upper back today. Last 2. One more time. Lower the band in front. Gently push back, take a rest position. Lengthen your body, lengthen your spine. Take the arms to a walkabout on the right side. Push the palms into the floor. Take a walkabout towards the left side and push your palms into the floor here. Very nice. Now let's go ahead and come back down to the ground. And instead of doing the same band exercise, what you're going to do next is holding onto each foot with each hand. So hopefully that's available for each of you. If not, you can do one at a time. It's no big deal. The whole point is that we want to gently push the thigh bones into the ground, lifting up a little bit through the chest, holding that position and then lowering back. Do that again. Should feel like a quad stretch, chest stretch, lifting up. Last 2. One more. Releasing each foot. Push back again for a rest position. Whew. Reaching everything long. Excellent. All right, we're going to finish today's class in what's called a 90-90. So it's a way to feel internal hip rotation, external hip rotation. Tall in your body, 90 degree with my rear leg, 90 degree with my front leg. So make sure your knee's in front of your hip. My foot is up here versus here. And do your best to use your hands as ways to stabilize your body. If it's too difficult, you can do what's called a shin box, which is collapsing the feet in like that, and you're still expressing some of that rotation. From here, tall in our body. First thing, knees are pushing into the floor. So just feel that for a moment. Feel the hips. Feel the glutes, what we worked on today. All that mobility. Now just trying to drive that into the ground. Okay, nothing changes, but your torso gets a bonus twist towards the front knee. So I'm twisting my body away from my back leg. I'm still breathing into that side. Feels so good. Again, opening up through the rib cage, through the torso, and through the obliques here. Gently make your way back to face center. Exchange your sides. Other leg comes forward. Check in with your angles 90 degrees. Lengthen through your spine right here. Push down through both knees. Hold what you have. Start to feel that through the hips. All that work we did today. Feels so good. Trying to push those knees into the floor. Feeling a little bit of that active mobility across the glute. And then into rotation on that same front leg. Rotating around, holding what you have. Breathing in here. Twisting the rib cage, twisting the obliques. Gently come back to center. Thanks so much for joining me for today's mat Pilates workout. If you guys have any questions at all, drop them in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time.